Good morning. I'll be reporting of the history of the Asian Pacific Association for Laser Medicine and Surgery. I'm from Thailand Society, which established in the year 1988. Presently, we have about 1,128 members. We had the opportunity to host the 10th Congress of the International Society for Laser Surgery and Medicine, and also the 7th Congress of the International YAG Laser Symposium back in 1993 in Bangkok, and host the 9th Congress of the Asian Pacific Association for Laser Medicine and Surgery in the year 2002 at Pattaya. This was the first international meeting that we organized in the year 1993, and with the Asian Pacific in the year 2002, with two of my teachers. As you all know, in 1975, ISAC started the International Society meeting in Tel Aviv, and then we took this International Society meeting to Tokyo in the year 1981, and Professor Sumi was the chairman of the organization at that time, and the fourth president of the International Society for Laser Surgery, and then we add medicine starting from that meeting. Since then, there's a lot of developments on hardware system in the Asian Pacific. At the beginning, we had to buy a lot of machines from European countries and America as well, and then we start to develop in our region, and a lot of applications has been done. We start the first meeting of the Asian Pacific Association in 1985 because we have the feeling that we have some of our problems in our region, and we have to have something in this region. The first meeting was in 1981, then 87 in China, in Indonesia, Singapore, Israel, Korea, Vietnam, Taiwan, Pattaya, Thailand, China, India, Korea, the last one. We started with the import machines from various countries, and then start to have the laser made in Japan. We do a lot of reconstruction and also many cosmetic application. We have even this big one, the heart laser, the CO2, the biggest one. And these are the three nations cooperative project from Japan, Malaysia, and Thailand. We developed the system of the ND-YAG to do the laser hyperthermia treatment of the benign hypertrophic of the prostate gland. This was the first CO2 laser in Thailand that we attempt to develop, and this is the current commercial type available, the only company in Thailand available of CO2 laser. The price is very competitive, $6,000 US for this 30 watt output, Ultra Pulse, Super Pulse. This is in one of my practice. We have the CO2 laser from Japan, from China, from Thailand. And also we try to develop quite a number of things. For instance, because of the ability of the laser to be mechanically controlled, starting from this microscopic adapter, which usually the ENT and the gynecologist is doing manually. So in adding the robotic techniques that we have here in Japan, we developed the robotic techniques, the laser system, and also the microscopic system. And this was the first computer-line microscanner that I co-developed with one of the company here in Japan. We have the spot size of 0.6 millimeter, scan speed of 500 millimeter per second. And this is the prototype. And this is the commercial type, which you can adapt to any CO2 laser that are available in the market. We use it for laser ablation of this kind of pigmentation. This is very good in the Caucasian patient to do the laser ablation or laser resurfacing. But we have really to be very careful in the Orient, because sometimes you will end up with the hypertrophic pigmentation, the hyperpigmentation in this manner. So things that have been reported with good result in the Western world or in the European world, some procedure cannot be done in the Asians because of the difference of the races and complexity of the skin and things like that. So we have to be very careful about all these things. This ablation is good in doing the camouflage of this linear scar. For instance, this linear scar you can camouflage with the CO2 laser. Because we feel that we have the necessity to promote this low power laser, so we formed the World Congress in the first one in 1990 in Tokyo under the presidency of Professor Sumi. We have a lot of low power laser application in China, which they are doing the combination of acupuncture technique and also the laser. They are doing acupuncture stimulation here while they are doing the operation on the tongue. China came up with mobile helium neon, small one, about 5 milliwatt output. I had one in my clinic as well as a mobile one. Then we developed quite a sophisticated one in Japan, soft laser, and Professor Asagai and Professor Oshiro using a lot of this one. This is the one that Professor Oshiro developed, using mostly for the pain. We developed the techniques of the Oriental medicine and also the high-tech medicine together, especially learning the acupuncture poise and those techniques from China. Special characteristic of the APAMs are that we have more work in LLLT by blending Oriental medicine with high-tech laser, and the PDT in our region has been widely applied, even with the benign applications. This is one of the 5 milliwatt output helium neon developed here in Japan with the scanner. We can scan in this wide area like this. This one in plastic surgery I use is for the improvement of the circulation. This one is the rhinoplasty done somewhere and with huge processes and with the complication of having this bad circulation. So we start to do the treatment by using this helium neon scanning every other day. By about 2 weeks, it start to heal, improve, and finally got back to the normal situation. We use a lot on the trauma with this kind of very bad trauma. We use it immediately to get rid of the swelling so that we can do the reconstruction early. We have the laser family that after the scientific meeting at the night time, as like you seen last night, that we have the family that we used to entertain ourselves. This is one of the event in Japan, in Suwa. And if we have time, we go out for excursion and sometimes dancing, enjoy, entertain ourselves. And having some of the traditional meals. The purpose of the future cooperation will be a proper English edition of Scientific Journal of the Association, which we are now having. Proper training and certification, establishment of regional training center among member countries, and traveling professorship for education and training in countries that need help. This was the first journal that we did it in the year 1987 to the year 1995, and then we stopped because of the financial problem. And now we come up with the laser therapy with Professor Oshiro has been kindly doing for us. Proposed future cooperation will be in the Asian Pacific region, in the international level, and in the global issue. We are under the umbrella of the World Federation, International Society, and the Asian Pacific Association for Laser Medicine and Surgery. And I think our region covering maybe most of the population in the world, almost 2/3 of the population of the world is in our region. So it's a lot of challenge, but also we have problems in our region. For instance, economical problem in getting the instrument, no good training system available in some country, geographical problem like remote area and also in island. So wide gap of the rich and the poor patients. We used to have this mobile team to do charity operation in our region, helping each other. And we have some of the country like Japan, Korea, that have the ability to develop the hardware system, including this very sophisticated centralized laser hospital in Japan. These are some of the instruments developed in Korea. A lot is coming up in Korea, I think, and we will see this development in the next 2 years in Korea. Future direction will be international license, which we are already doing. ASEAN Common Medical License by the year 2015. We try to have the mobile unit for developing country or area underdeveloped, and for emergency or disaster management response team. Combination of laser medicine and surgery with telemedicine network and integrative medicine, maintenance-free, low-cost laser. So let's join hands together in working to help reduce the disparity in health services. The future meeting will be the 13th one, year 2010 in Suwa, Japan, under the presidency of Professor Asagai, and the 14th one will be in Taipei by Professor Cheng Jen Chang. This was the last meeting in Korea. Professor Asagai, I think you know him well. He is quite good in organizing things. In the year 2006, he organized the first meeting of International Phototherapy Association, and his institute had a lot of treatment for the congenital spastic neuropathy. So let's go together. Thank you very much.